Chris, when it comes to eXp, were you ever on the fence about it? Were you ever, looking over and you knew eXp was the way,
Well, so
right
it's,
away?
again, I'm brokerage agnostic.
Yeah.
As an investor, I have to, with a license, and I have to go
Mhm.
somewhere. So it was just, I had no equity before, so I realized that as an investor, I'm looking for equity, and it just
Right.
happens to be in real estate. I also like passive income that comes through rental properties. So they said, with your license, that we're going to give you equity on every transaction. I'm like, cool. And on top of that, you can buy it at a discount. Even better. And then on top of that, you can get your cap back. And then on top of that, if you were to build a team, then you get passive income. And I'm like, well, I talk to agents all the time anyway. I refer agents to other brokerages anyway. I get zero compensation for any of that stuff. It just makes sense. So I was completely on board. I do find it fascinating how much thought and patience people put into. I respect it to a degree, but how sticky some people remain with a brokerage that they know is not providing the value that they truly deserve, that they know and understand it, but they don't move. That I find very interesting, because I'm like, look, there's no contracts. If you don't like it, you can leave, and that's okay, because eXp is not for everyone. Keller's not for everyone, and I mean, like, you go where you love, but like, try it out. I mean, if you love your broker, you can love our brokers too.
Yeah, you can have that sense of loyalty, and you can maintain those relationships while
Yeah.
still being loyal to yourself and your family. If you think about your example earlier, she's a mom first and a real estate agent second. And so, same thing. She's got her family over her career. And, if it came down to your broker picking you or, their family, your broker's going to pick their family. So you might as well.
100%. And I bring that out. I was like, look, because someone said, well, it's only a $5,000 difference. I'm like, so can you go home and tell your wife that that you would like to write a check for $5,000, take it out of your bank account and give it to your broker, like your kids? Like,
Would that be cool? Yeah.
Is it cool to do that? Not just 1 year, because $5,000 may not mean a lot if you're making 150. Well, let's break that over 5 years.
Right.
Now, how's that number? What about 10 years? Is that still cool? Like, that ultimately, that's what people are choosing. If you can break it out, it has more impact. But I don't know. Some people have a hard time breaking over that emotional barrier.
Right. But actually, as close as you are with your broker and like, oh gosh, they would do anything for me. I'd take a bullet for them. They'd take a bullet for me, blah, 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 whatever. Okay. Go up to them and ask them to write you a check for your cap back.
Yeah.
And let me know how that conversation goes.
Yeah.
And then let's talk about eXp, because, you're not guaranteed to get your cap back at eXp, but you're presented the opportunity, which is in itself more than any other brokerage offers.
Yeah. The opportunity that you control.
Absolutely. And it's up to you to put your nose to the grindstone and build it. And, I have met people that have focused on their downlines instead, and they make $8,000 to $9,000 a month off of their downline. And so, there's room for passive income and investment and growth and selling houses and everything else here. And eXp's just been incredible. And if you're scared to make that jump, reach out to somebody like Chris, who literally is broker agnostic, right?
Yep. I mean,
unbiased.
Love eXp. They treat me so well. I love my old broker. I mean, he had like 2,000 agents or so in Texas, and I even talked to him when I left. I was like, hey, but I mean, he understood. He understood what was going on, and
yeah, that's awesome. That's incredible.